Welcome back to Far Cry 4. Now in the previous episode we assaulted the Royal Fortress and took it over. It was a pretty hard fight. If you haven't seen it, go back and check the last video for Far Cry 4. Today though, we're making our way to the Royal Palace. We're here to see Pagan Min one last time, and then we get to decide his fate. That's the plan. If you are enjoying the series or have enjoyed the series, don't forget to subscribe. A like an episode does really help as well, and ring the bell to not miss an upload. There are going to be some decisions to make as we speak to Pagan Min. I'm going to make them as naturally as possible, as I always do, but do let me know in the comments what you have done or would have done in this situation as well. So here we are at the Royal Palace. Let's see what Pagan Min has to say for himself.
Come in. I apologize for the austerity I sent to help home. Chances are you shot them on your way in. Now, before we begin, to whom am I speaking? The son who returned to scatter his mother's ashes, or the lunatic who has murdered his way to the top of my mountain? If I was speaking to the first guy, then I would say, sit down. Let's be civilized. Enjoy some food. But we tried that before, didn't we? At our first meeting? You sat right here. Paul was off applying voltage to the nipples of your rude little +1. I stood just like this. And what were my exact words? Stay here, enjoy the crab rangoon, don't move, I'll be right back. Now, if you had just listened, just waited for me, then we would have come back here straight away, together, and scattered your mother's ashes. So then you must be the second guy who didn't listen, decided instead to join the other monkeys and start throwing his shit around. But I'll tell you what. I call a do-over. I say you have two choices. One, you could shoot me, boring, or you could sit down, enjoy some food, and you and I will go scatter your mother's ashes together. So, who did you kill? Is it Amitar? Sabal? Doesn't really matter. I already know. I just want to hear you say it.
Fuck you.
My goodness, boy, you didn't even blink. Well, you do realize that you're just giving away your country, right? It's yours. It's always been yours. Kyrat is yours. I pulled you off the bus in the first place to pass it on to you. I suppose you could take it back. You're halfway there. One down, one to go. Not that I want to put ideas in your head. At least now we know you have a taste for doing what it takes. Well, no more putting it off, I suppose. Well, come on. And don't forget your mother. You do realize that urn represents all that's left of the old RJ. The pre-Kyrat RJ. Once you spread those ashes, all the ties you have to that previous life are gone. And then what happens? Well, I suppose you could do what I did after Mohan killed Lakshmana. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? Huh. Yes, your father killed your half-sister, and then your mother killed him in return. I simply continued where she left off. I killed so many people for them. But then I realized I was only using Lakshmana's death as an excuse to do whatever I wanted. Just as you use those ashes as an excuse to do whatever you want to do. God damn if it isn't fun. Well, you finally made it. You know, the one and only time I walked into this place, I came in a sane man and came out like this. You will come out a king. Go on, then. Do what you came here to do.
Sabal, it's done.
Good, brother. It's finally over. I can't believe it. Did you find Lakshmana?
Yeah, I found it, Sabal. My mom's at rest now. Thank you.
Kirat's free, brother. Mohan's at rest too now, because of you. Come on home. I could use a right-hand man to bring Kirat back to its roots.
Hello, David. Oh, Mr. Gale. Well, I guess that's it then.
No more mayhem and destruction. Hanging up the old rocket launcher.
All right. I really love what you've done with the place. It'll be sad to see you go.
Put it on the shelf, as it were. Gathering dust.
Unless...
Some unfinished business, perhaps. Loose ends, isn't it? Or people to kill. That's what I just said, Donald. It's Yogi, you prat. Smoke?
Smoke?
Not this time.
Brother, now that Pagan is gone, his forces at Rajgarh are confused and disorganized. You should strike while the iron is hot and seize the fortress for the Golden Path.
And there we have it. We made a decision with Pagan Min. I just couldn't shoot him. There was something that wasn't quite right in my head that I just couldn't shoot him at that moment. I did try and shoot down the helicopter, but I was a little bit poor with the aim. Now, as Sable said, there are still things to do. Pagan Min's fortress is still there for the taking. And this whole eastern area of the map in the north is still yet to be uncovered and looked around. So, although we've finished Pagan Min, there are still some story elements to do. Shangri-La needs finishing. Herca's got a mission down there as well. And Longinus has missions for us to finish off. So, we aren't quite done yet with Far Cry 4. We're going to finish off all the missions we can before we finally finish. So, join us next time as we continue on to finish off some of the more story elements of Far Cry 4.